Is it? We'll find out. I am in Spokane, Washington, and we are going into a Goodwill on a Monday, and it must be the place to shop because look how full this parking lot is. I'm sure everybody is anticipating that a lot of donations came in over the weekend, and let's see if that is true and if they have antiques and vintage. Well, right there is a pretty Italian vase for only $16, and of course I'm about to get on a plane. Very inconvenient. I wonder where I could ditch that. Maybe I can leave it with someone. Right away I'm seeing things. So I have heard that the Spokane Goodwills are actually pretty good. This is a piece of Viking Epic here in ruby. It's $7.99, which is buyable. A couple of bohemian cut glass bells. A nice display here with an old Francoma piece and an old jug. It's not a huge store, but I do see some vintage things right off the bat. Now, of course, they may concentrate them up in the front when they see them, but the fact that they have them and they didn't put it all online is a good sign. So many people here for clothes. Oh yeah, they've got some donations. And more people rolling up on a Monday morning. Okay, $20 on this old white clad old oak refrigerator that has been painted and is missing its drawer. Pretty groovy colored Afghan here. And it looks like it's a square radiating out from the center. Oh no, it's a bunch of squares. No, it's a little of both. Yes, it is a square radiating out from the center. It feels very acrylic, though, unfortunately. This feels like better yarn. This is hand-painted, but I don't think it has a lot of age. It is made in China, even though... Well, wait a second. Is it made in China? Somebody else tried to peel the label off. I'm going to do the same. Yes, made in China. It's trying to look old. It's nicely done, just not my thing. This is a popular section. Okay, let's see. Lots of lamps. I see one older one with glass. That could be cute with a different shade. I like the hand painting and the fact that you can see into it is kind of interesting, and it's only $20. Let's see what they have in terms of housewares here. These are cute, but again, I think they're new. They're based on the Carlton ware from the 1970s. But those are made in China. I like the originals better. These are Canadian Pacific Railroad decanters for $10 each. 1980s, I would say. Actually, Central Pacific Railroad. Lots of trailer hitches and things. So this is a place that actually will sell anything, and I like to see that. So many of the Goodwills in some parts of the country really are only carrying certain things, and a lot of it is new. So this is nice to see. I'm not necessarily seeing anything I need to try to figure out how to get on a plane at the last minute, but if I do, I might just take it on. And I like this, they actually lay the art out where you can see a lot of it without having to thumb through it. It probably keeps it from getting messed up. This is cool that it's 3D, but it's not very old. Let's see who did this, if we can tell. It is a homemade piece to look like a Matlocks from the 1970s. That's got a big chip and is newer. I see some old aluminum coasters here with Scotty dogs. Aw, $2.99. Well, that would fit in my suitcase. Hey, I found something I can fit on the plane. My first purchase. Let's see in the wood stuff. Ironwood Dolphin is $10. This looks like something from Canada, $3. Turtle is $6. The Three Monkeys, this is a 1970s issue, and that's $6. This is a pretty old plate. This looks like it's old Nippon. Before it actually had the mark, only $3 on that. An old kitchen device for slaw cutting, it looks like. For $4, that would absolutely sell to a primitives collector or kitchen decorator. All right, we're going to see if there's any old teapots. Now, I look at these because sometimes they're Denby or other good English companies. This one's $5, and it was commercially made, but I don't see any sort of an identifying mark on it. See, and they'll even sell tools here, which I think is great. So there's actually a wide variety of stuff, and then we get into glass. Now, this probably should have had a lid, which is too bad because it's a great shape and it's M-Poly. No, maybe not a lid, actually. No, it seems pretty finished. $5. Wow. I would so be buying that if I wasn't about to fly off. Sadly for me, this is becoming a tale of when Goodwill is ready for you and you're not ready for it. But that's all right. And if you're enjoying this, by the way, please hit the like button, please comment, and please subscribe if you haven't, because then we can let you know when we're having future videos. It doesn't cost anything. Smoky color of this iridized sort of carnival-like glass from the 70s. We just sold something similar to this at the estate sale. And I think we got $8 rather than $6. Paperweight vase. I like these. That one's kind of a wheat color though, but only $3. You had a bunch of other ones that would look cute. There is a story to this that I would like to know. Interesting that they put out a lot of new housewares, and this seems to be the least occupied aisle. This is Japanese Mandarin from the 50s. We don't have a lot of luck selling those 50s Japanese patterns, even the Noritake from that period. That's why you're seeing a lot of it in places like this. This is a fun pattern here that only the saucers, that's the Royal China out of the 50s. Well, the only category that Goodwill didn't have was jewelry, and I can understand how, it's hard if they're that busy to man a jewelry counter. So, I get that some things may be just too difficult in terms of the fact that labor is harder to get these days. You got to be practical. However, the rest of that was pretty fun, and I could see where you would find things there if you went regularly.